Hello everyone, how are you doing? So, as you can see, I have a different background here for this video. I needed to move some stuff, so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different. But anyway, maybe some of you saw that I posted a poll like 2 days ago, and I needed to know what was your opinion on which video I'm going to react. And it was pretty close, to be honest, between the word TERF and its implications, and why both the right and the left wing are wrong in the way they handle the trans issue. And this one won by a small margin, but that's the video I'm going to do today, so enjoy. The first issue that we can find, mainly within the right-wing movement, is the concept of masculinity. So, what defines masculinity? Masculinity can be defined as a set of traits that are generally attributed to men. And the problem with the right wing is that men and masculinity cannot be separated. For them, it has to be one. Either you're a man, so you're masculine, or if you're not masculine, then you'll be a subclass of men. And I have many examples of that, like...
If I could pick every single day, I would choose every single day to be a woman. Again, I mean, like, I do not want to be a man. The men are out there fighting the wars. They're the ones falling off of roofs and dying. And nobody, there's like a meme on the internet that says, nobody calls a feminist when there's an emergency. Like, and seeing this anti-masculinity is bad. No, masculinity is great. I love masculinity.
I do too.
I need a shirt that just says, I love masculinity.
Do you know what a real man is? There has been a massive decline in male role models for young men, and men are now struggling to define masculinity. It is the sad reality. However, if you wish to become a man with great masculine powers, you are at the right place.
What is ironic about that is that we have a generation of men, and even young boys, that do not fit the definition of what is intended by the right wing. So at the end, you will see a generation of boys and men who do not fit the criteria from the right wing, and may be confused about what is called now gender identity. We have to come to the basis that what is a man is mainly biological. So they do comprehend in a way that a man cannot be a woman and a woman cannot be a man. However, their definition of what is a man is still confused, because they get the biological part, but they do not get the fact that not every man is going to fit the requirements. What is needed to be understood is that their definition of masculinity cannot be fitted in our generation, in our societies. And they are really nostalgic about what was happening maybe a few decades ago with the woman who mainly cooks at home. She's really feminine, and the man has to work, has to do the hard work, and mainly brings money. And that's what defines a man for them.
The reality of masculinity is controlling your emotions. This is the reality of being a man. They try and say that men should give in and it's okay to cry. I'm not saying you can never cry if something bad doesn't happen to you. I'm saying that the tenets of masculinity since the dawn of time have been, I was afraid, but I did it anyway.
Yeah.
This is the tenets of masculinity. Courage.
Yeah.
That's what courage is.
Yep.
I was afraid to storm the beaches of Normandy, but I did it anyway. I was afraid to stay on the Titanic, but I did it anyway. This is the whole tenets of masculinity.
The root of the problem is not how masculine or feminine you are, as it is being said from the right wing. The root of the problem is the sexism, the homophobia, the misogyny, everything that comes behind and that affects a person's life, mainly in their childhood. For this second section, we are going to talk about the definition of gender. It is really important because I see a lot of comments in videos or in forums where they are talking about gender reveal party or I don't know, a gender reaffirming surgery, which both of them are wrong. And I want to explain why. The right wing tends to use this word interchangeably, but it does not work like that. Gender is mainly a social construct that comes from stereotypes of the differences between a man and a woman.
As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female.
America has experienced a rapid, in fact, a massive inflation in genders. At one point, biologists were allowed to determine what biology was, and there were two, male and female. Now there's agender, bigender, two-spirit, hydra, we could go on forever.
And of course, the left answers with, no, there are not two genders, there are actually many, we cannot define them. And they are right on this point. Actually, there are as many genders as you would like, because it is a social construct. As they use this word instead of sex, they are still using the same tools as the trans ideology. Because the trans ideology came with the word gender. Because as you cannot change your sex, we needed to define another way to say that you do not feel you're not comfortable with your body. Your sex cannot be changed, right? But it is challenging to live in a place, in an area where you are a feminine dude or a masculine woman, because people see you as a threat. A threat to what? A threat to the traditional values of the right-wing movement. So, in a way, the right-wing movement is a catalyst of the trans ideology. At the end of the day, if you are a man with makeup, a dress, and a mutilated penis, you're still a dude. You're still a dude, and it's the same for women. If you have a sort of, I don't know how to call it, the phalloplasty that comes with the arm, the skin of the arm, it's just horrific. And you have a beard and you have hairs all over your body, you're still a woman. You are a mutilated woman, but you're still a woman. Finally, we are coming to the last section, which will talk about homosexuality. Well, it might seem obvious that the right wing is, well, against homosexuality in general. We can see examples such as...
What does the Bible say about same-sex attraction? What does the Bible say about homosexuality? In Genesis 2, verses 24 and 25, it says, "Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and not ashamed." So this is referring to their sexuality in the presence of God, in the presence of a holy God, and they're not ashamed. And so in this passage, we see God's continued intention for marriage, one man, one woman, for a lifetime.
As the creator, he gets to tell us what to do. Right. You know, we're not just talking about those who struggle with same-sex attraction. We're talking about really all of us, because the Bible's not here to make any of us comfortable. We think we know the good life, but it is only God who knows the good life, because he created life to begin with.
The homophobia that comes from the left and the right wing are not that different. Let me explain. From the right wing, we know that it is just a pure hatred of homosexuals. And from the left wing, it's more insidious, because although they promote LGBTQIA+, conferences, spaces that are called also safe space, they still have an expectations of lesbians and gay men. This reality is that you have to see this person or that other person as what they identify as. And if you do not accept that, well, you'll be rejected. Even though the reality that we live in says that, well, you're gay, you're only attracted to men, you're lesbian, you're only attracted to women. But there are exceptions, and you must conform to these exceptions.
So apparently trans activism erases lesbians. Hashtag get the L out. Trans people only erase lesbians when transphobes believe that trans men are women who've been brainwashed into wanting male privilege, and that trans women are men wanting to invade women's spaces. Neither of which are true, seeing as trans men are men and trans women are women.
I am a transgender woman, obviously I talk about it enough, and I'm in a relationship with a cisgendered woman, and if you don't know what cisgendered means, it means that you continue to live and identify with the gender you was born as. So my girlfriend Shan, she was born female, she lives as a female. I was born male. I was born a male and I live as a female.
Because of all the internalized transphobia I have, and how many times in my life I've had someone say, no, you're just a creepy straight guy dressing up as a woman, I've internalized so much of that and so much other BS that I'm like, oh yeah, no, I can't be a lesbian, I'm just a straight guy. Just a straight guy. No, like I was born with a penis, I had testosterone in my body, all the other crap, so to call myself a lesbian would just be foolish, because I cannot, although when I do watch a lot of cis lesbians' stories, I relate to so much of it, but there are these certain elements that I can't quite, because I wasn't really demonized for being attracted to girls as a kid.
So what conclusion can we make from all of that? Well, it's not going to be a good conclusion, but we are fucked. We are fucked politically. Either you choose the left wing and you confirm the trans ideology, or you go to the right wing, which they are openly against the trans ideology, but their behaviors enhance the tools of that ideology. They do not comprehend that what makes someone transition is also the homophobia, the sexism that is behind.
Shut up and sit down.